genre.
So back on topic, Creepshow 2. Stories written by Stephen King and screenplay by George A. Romero. Who directed it, Mo?
Michael Gorman.
That's right.
I don't really know what other movies he made, but
it's just a 3 skit.
I'll say it's the best, the only one I see from.
The fifth one's consistent with 5 skits, and this one's consistent with 3.
The first one, yeah, it's got 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But this one, I think, is, my opinion, is superior to the first one in many, many ways. It starts out with Chief Totem Head, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
no,
the cartoon intro.
Old Chief Woodenhead.
Yeah, the cartoon intro with the kid on the bike.
Yes, it has comic book strips that continue. Starts off as a little boy and he gets picked on, and he goes up to, and he's a big fan of Creepshow, which is a bunch of comic books between the movies, and he goes to the
throws in the comics.
Yes,
played by Tom Savini.
Played by Tom Savini, which also does a lot of. He's a legend in special art, especially horror movies. You know, he was on the set of Night of the Living Dead. George A. Romero. He was a biker in Dawn of the Dead. Sex Machine from Dusk Till Dawn, directed by Robert Rodriguez.
He does. Did a lot more slashing movies. He's been around. But yeah, the first skit with
Chief Totem Head. It stars Old Chief Woodenhead. I can't remember everything.
Sorry, he's the older of us. You can tell by his hair season.
Well, thanks for Tom.
But I don't know. I'm not fucking around. Alright.
Chief Woodenhead.
It's a story. If any of our viewers have actually seen Creepshow 2, if you have not seen it, it's actually very, very
go watch it.
It's about
first sequel.
Before you watch that.
But what we're trying to get at is watch the movies. Watch it. We really want you to see it. But it starts off. Someone explain.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say my favorite skit.
Well, I think we should talk about the first 2 until we get to the third one. So, all right, Chief Woodenhead. It takes place in some place in the desert, and this guy, Arizona, and this dude played by one of the dudes in Dirty Dozen. He owns a shop, and he's got no money, and there's a bunch of Native Americans that live nearby, and they always go to the store, and they never have money. They always give them like priceless jewels that they hold sacred in their family.
Yeah, nobody in the town ever pays them.
Yeah, no one ever. Always give them IOUs and all this bullshit. And then one day, him and his wife are at the shop closing hours, and a bunch of kids come down and wreck his store, and they take all the priceless jewels that the Native Americans gave them in the beginning.
And a bunch of other stuff too. And it's like the punk Indian kid.
They pretty much vandalized and raided the whole store.
Yeah, that guy loves himself. The guy with the long hair and the fat, flabby dude.
Yeah, there's
and the other dude is a rich kid who has a car, the getaway car.
Right. Anyway, and outside of the store, way before this tragic thing happened, there's this freaking Chief Woodenhead carved out of wood that he's painting, and then he has some type of supernatural life. He comes to life, and he just murders all the people that vandalized the man's store, and that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty good. You gotta watch it. The special effects are great. Great.
The second one is the one.
It's the Raft. It's
It's
about a bunch of kids.
The scariest one in that whole movie.
Right.
Like almost like not really oil spill, but it's like I don't even know what it is. It's just some alien life form or something, just like travels through the water in this lake where they go swimming. You go out there and stuck in a raft. This thing keeps them hostage on there, surrounds it, and they devour them if they go in the water. So they're stuck there. People eventually get devoured by it. Some guy swims back to the shore, and then he gets on shore, and it attacks him from the water on the shore. And no one gets up. And then you see a little sign that says no swimming.
It's cool. I think
It
that.
shows no
I think
one knows
that's.
how to read.
I think that's better than the.
Chief.
Chief Woodenhead, out of both films, I have to say The Raft is my favorite. You don't even know if it's just an oil spill or an actual being.
I think yeah.
Because the first thing you ever
Grab that girl, like that, but that guy and his leg popped up.
There's no avoiding this thing. There's no avoiding it. You're on the raft and the oil spill actually like recedes through the freaking between the boards of this little dock that's out there and pulls people through it and it's just great. It's just great. Check it out. It's my favorite one out of all both films.
That's your favorite one?
That is my favorite one.
When we were at the cabin, remember? It was like that. At that day.
Right. Yeah. First time I ever saw this was at a cabin.
Well, first time Mike ever.
The first time I seen it.
First time you guys ever saw it?
Well, it's the first time me and Sean have seen it. Tom is the one that presented it to us.
And we all got sick.
And we saw like this feel out. But all right, next on to the next skit. The Hitchhiker. Tell the audience how it starts out.
She's just a girl driving on.
All right. Describe the woman. Right. Describe the woman.
She's like rich. She's cheating on her husband, and she's like not. Yeah, cheating on her husband. She's driving away.
Stinky fish.
Yeah, stinky fish.
Complete schemer, complete manipulator. The whole time she's on her phone, coming up with countless excuses to avoid her husband of finding out these affairs that she's been having. And then her day just gets much worse going down this dark road at night. In her brand new car, she's obsessive. She's completely nuts. She talks to herself. And continue on there, guys. For me,
she hits the hitchhiker guy who's just black guy, just looking for a ride. He's got raincoat on and all that. Man,
stereotypical bum on a rainy day.
Yeah, I like.
Stephen King up in his truck.
After he gets there, Stephen King rolls in and he's like, I'm all weird in the heck is.
Right. You've got like the hobo cap, the winter cap.
Yeah, and he plays.
He's all rolled up. He's got the veteran army jacket, I believe.
I think he
looks
plays
like
a similar character in Creepshow, the first
one.
one.
Jody Vera.
I think they're like close,
This was a truck driver.
Yeah.
And but no matter how she tries to get away, like she sees this guy.
He's a reoccurring guy.
In the road.
It's like Jason.
After she hits him.
He's like Jason. He doesn't need a run. He just struts and he's already there.
Yeah,
and he's black.
And like I think that would creep me out real bad.
Okay.
It's like you're driving, trying to get away from something, and it just keeps popping up. And especially when you're driving alone in the dark.
Exactly.
Like it's like you don't, your mind, you don't really know sometimes.
The thing about the dark is, if you have two pair of working eyes, that is your most dependable sense. So the darkness is not really, it's not being just dark. It's what's in the dark that you can't see.
I think a cool concept that not a lot of people really thought about the last skit, the hitchhiker, was maybe she did hit this guy, but her mind, she's so crazy for trying to find this way to talk way out of what she was doing,
she's got
her escapade. That this one guy kept recurring was in her head.
She's got
maybe she did all of this to herself.
She's got all these skeletons in her closet, and it seems like she spends her days avoiding the truth from her husband about all these affairs, and then it just consumes her by the end.
Even if she hits the guy more, she's still like, I can get new feet.
Right. Yeah, she comes up with all these excuses in her head why she does all the things she do, and then in the end it never works out. She's a stupid bitch.
Yeah.
I would say, she gets gassed. Yeah, she dies. But even the cartoon. The whole cartoon plot throughout the whole segues.
Yeah, the cartoon.
That
was great too.
This little boy, not little boy. He's this young teenager. He goes and orders this mini flytrap boat from a Creepshow.
From the Creepshow that I mentioned before.
And he gets it. And these bullies, stereotypical bully, this big rugged-looking guy. He's all huge. He's all this little younger.
Typical 80s punk. Without the chains.
Cartoon bullies.
And then they mess up his package. He gets upset and they go after him. After he gets into a quarrel, he hits this guy in the balls. Big bully leader, and they're running after him. They throughout the whole thing, and he's trying to escape from them. I mean, they catch up to him later on at the end in the climax of the movie. They have the Venus flytrap that he bought actually become this huge, gigantic mutant flytrap. They swallow all these kids whole and stuff, and the leader, the big punk guy, tries to survive, but the thing destroys him. It's just
revenge served on a fucking cold plate. Plain and simple.
It just shows how classic horror movies used to be, and how well made and thought out they were, yet so simply just great.
This is a great movie.
It's a great movie. Check it out. Yeah, even if you don't see it, this one is solid. Does not require the first one to see that, but check that one out too.
I give this movie 5 stars out of 5. In my opinion,
I give it a 5 as well.
5 out of 5.
I think we all agree on that. Very well.
Great horror movie to add to any collection.
I mean,
it's a must. It's a must.
Different editions of it too. I mean, there's a comic book
this
parody
edition is
of
the Anchor Bay edition, the basic one. But nowadays it doesn't come with this beautiful little insert. It's the same as the cover, but
the text
this is the actual movie poster. This isn't edited. The movie poster. It's pretty much the same without all the cast and stuff on it. But yeah.
But you know, it's got like great horror legends working on this.
George A. Romero, Tom Savini, Stephen King. How much do you need? Check it out.